This is Suna Senman reading A Course of Love, reading 47. We start with the last paragraph of reading 46 and continue in this chapter that is called The Prodigal's Return. And yet the very reality that you have set up, the reality of not being able to succeed in what you must constantly strive to do, is a situation set up to provide relationship. Like everything else you have remembered of creation and made in its image, so too is this. While making yourself separate and alone, you have also made it necessary to be in relationship to survive. Without relationship, your species itself would cease to be. In fact, all life would end. Of course, you must help your sister and brother, for they are yourself, and they are your only means to grasp eternity, even within this false reality you have made. Let us return to the example of feeding your sister's hunger and quenching your brother's thirst. This is not only a lesson in feeding and quenching spiritual hunger and thirst, but a lesson in relationship as well. It is the relationship inherent in meeting another's needs that makes the meeting of the need a thing of lasting value. It is your willingness to say, "Brother, you are not alone," that is the benefit of such situations, not only to your brother, but also to you. It is in saying, "Sister, you are not alone," that spiritual hunger and thirst is met with the fullness of unity. It is in realizing that you are not alone that you realize your unity with me and begin to turn from fear to love. You are not your own creator. This is your salvation. You did not create something from nothing, and what you started with is what God created and remains as God created it. You do not have to ask yourself to stretch your belief beyond these simple statements. Are they really so implausible as to be beyond your acceptance? Is it so impossible to imagine that what God created was distorted by your desire to have your reality be other than what it is? Have you not seen this kind of distortion take place within the reality you see? Is this not the story of the gifted son or daughter who squanders all the gifts he or she possesses by seeing them not, or by sadly distorting what they might be useful for? You are the prodigal sons and daughters, welcomed constantly to return home to your Father's safe embrace. Think of your automobile or computer or any other thing you use. Without a user, would it have any function at all? Would it be anything? An automobile abandoned and without a user might become the home to a family of mice. A computer might be covered with a cloth, a flower pot placed on top of it. Someone not knowing what it is for would make it what he or she would have it be, but never would the user seek to exchange roles with it. When an accident happens, an automobile can be seen to be at fault for mistakes made by its user. Yet, in a way, this exchange of roles is similar to what you have attempted to do, and it is like placing the blame for a car accident on the automobile. While you have attempted to change places with the body, claiming that it is using you rather than that you are using it, you do so out of guilt in an attempt to place your guilt outside of yourself. "My body made me do it" is like the cry of a child with an imaginary friend. With his claim of an imaginary friend, the child announces that his body is not within his control. What is your ego but an imaginary friend to you? Child of God, you need no imaginary friend when you have beside you He who is your friend always, and would show you that you have no needs at all. What you truly are cannot be used, not even by God. See you not that it is only in illusion that you can use others who are like yourself? This was reading 47. Take some deep breaths in. Release. Give yourself pause now for a few moments, minutes, and then enjoy your day.